Hello everyone, it's me, Ari Dossett, in Common Rashid. I'm an anthropologist and sociologist. Hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member of the channel, and don't forget to donate with the links below. Thank you very much. Alright, the image in the background of this video, I found on Twitter several weeks ago. And I thought, whoa, it's a nice image. Some people say it's from a video game. I don't know where this image came from. I don't even think it's a real image. I think it's CGI. I may be wrong, but any case, what do you see here? A giant ship. It's like a whole city on the water. Now, it may be possible through intelligent designs to build a ship like this. However, look at the side of this ship. Look at all the residential parts on this ship over here. You need a big sewage system here. You need a big water supply. You also need security exits. You also need life vessels, a lot of them. You also need fuel to keep this thing afloat. And you also need security guards to keep things secure because human beings tend to behave if they're in a crowded place like this. You also need electricity for this. So there's a lot of maintenance coming with such a project. And do not forget, when this is on the seas or on the oceans, the way it's built in such a heavy way, if there's a heavy wind, this thing may be tipped over by the wind and sink. I mean, let's say you can have maybe 40, 50,000 people on this big ship over here. Do you have that many life vessels? And what if it's completely crowded and a fire breaks out and there's an emergency and you're in the middle of the Pacific or Atlantic Ocean? What do? So what I'm saying in this not live stream, my bad, in this video is that, look, just because it's possible to do something doesn't mean you should do it. I mean, it might be possible to build a giant ship like this, but is it going to be worth it? It goes like this. Intelligence shows you you can do it, but wisdom reveals whether or not you should do it. Let me give another example to you, something that relates more to daily life. Let's say you are in sales. Okay, you work as a salesman or saleswoman, and you can use psychological tricks, and you can kind of, manipulate information about the product in such a way that people end up buying the product. And you saw others doing it, and you think, hey, I can do it too. Let's say you're in real estate, and you kind of blur the facts a little bit just to get more sales. You put everything in the contract, but in the interaction kind of use psychological tricks to kind of trick people kind of to have to sign to get the deal. You can do this. That's intelligence, knowing how to do it. But should you do it? Now imagine you do this. You are in real estate and you use this trick and you get many, many sales. Your employer is happy with you, you got the award, you got some a bonus from work. But hey, 40% of the real estate you sold to people is life-threatening because they're not in a good condition. And now, in some of these buildings, accident happened and children got hurt, or maybe elderly people got hurt. Now it's all police investigation. And now the police concludes that the building was sold to these people in a worse condition. Guess what? Who are they going after? They're going after the real estate office. In this case, the CEO will have to give an account. Likely not you, because people say you were just doing your job. But even then, you will be called to testify in a court of law. And even if you got scot-free without any prison term or whatever, the fact you're involved in such a scandal, it's going to make you look bad. It's going to close doors. People are going to be less willing to be involved with you. You may not be able to get another job or start your own business and become successful because people you're blacklisted. People consider you bad news. There's a high probability something like that would happen. So in this case, manipulating the people to buy the real estate is intelligent, but it's not wise, and that's why you shouldn't do it. Another example. There are guys out there who call themselves pickup artists, and they go on YouTube giving advice how to psychologically manipulate women into having sex with you. It happens on YouTube, it happens on TikTok, and many other places. And legally, they can get away doing this. But okay, if you as a guy practice what they're teaching you and it works, okay, it worked. But remember, that woman you slept with is a human being who has family, relatives, connected to other people. It may come one day that she's going to say, oh, I felt pressured to have sex with him. I consented, so it wasn't rape, but I felt pressured. Okay? Even though she can't sue you for anything because you didn't rape or anything like that, you used tricks to get her. She may feel, she will still feel done dirty by you. And when she is involved with another man, maybe she married a guy now, she will talk with that man about what happened to her. She may even develop psychological damage because of the sexual encounter you both had. And let's say now, 20 years after the encounter, um, or maybe 25 years later, suddenly you have a guy, age 20, they want to knock you out or kill you. And then you find out that the lady you slept with 25 years ago, you hooked up with, you used that psychological trick you were taught on the internet and it worked. She felt damaged afterwards. She got married, had children, but the psychological damage she suffered she never recovered from, and that also affected her children and her marriage. And now you have one of her children find out what really happened, and he even went so far to look you up and to teach you a lesson. So now, 25 years later, you're suddenly attacked by this guy. He's arrested, but now the whole story comes out. And everyone thinks, what the heck? 25 years ago, you just took advantage of a woman like that? What the heck was wrong with you? And now everything you built up since then in the past 25 years can be destroyed just like that. So, with intelligence, you can get away doing something. But it's wise to do it. Okay, let's say you're a woman and you don't want to feel lonely, you just want company, so you just go out on dating apps, dating guys, and you find this guy who is kind of warm towards you and all of that, but you just want some company. You didn't really intend to stay with the man. But because this man also is a bit well off financially, oh, you just play along. It's intelligent. Your loneliness is dealt with, and you have extra cash to spend. But here's the thing, at some point you're going to get fed up with the guy, and you're going to look for an escape. But this guy thinks, oh, she's really into me, I'm going to make this work. And what if this guy is psychologically weak? Likely he is, because if he was psychologically weak, he would have noticed that you were playing him. So you took advantage of a psychologically weak man in a financial and sexual way, which is wrong, however you look at it. What if that guy one day loses his mind, realizing that you're about to cheat him and all of that, and he ends up coming after you and kills you, or stabs you, or whatever? In this case, people say, oh, it's femicide, violence against women. But hold on a minute. You wouldn't have been in that situation if you would have just avoided taking advantage of men. Your violence against this psychologically weak man backfired on you. I'm not saying it's okay for him to kill you or all that way. If he killed you, you wouldn't be here anymore, or for him to physically harm you. However, you put yourself in that situation. It was intelligent to take advantage of him sexually and financially. However, it wasn't wise. What I'm saying is, sometimes people in the world, and unfortunately it also happens to believers operating on understanding, they have intelligence in how to do things. And think, oh, I got this, I know how to deal with this. But they don't look at those situations and think, is this the best to do? Can this backfire? Can there be unwanted consequences in the future? Look, you're not God, you don't know everything. What you do know is that you need to be cautious with how you act and what you do or don't do. So I'm telling you, use intelligence, but use it in a wise way. If intelligence says yes, but wisdom says no, you go with wisdom. Was it for now? Keep on agreeing with Christ and be at peace.